Welcome back, Pokefans, to the playthrough of Pokemon Rekkles. So last episode we went and did all of the sort of G-Max raids. Today we're going to be doing the trainer missions. The only thing is I can't do the third one with Blanca because even though I've like transferred all the data and everything from the new uploaded version by the developer, it still doesn't work. And if I was to restart on their version, I'd have to retranslate all the parts that I had to manually do before, and it'd be way too much effort. But hopefully we can still do the other ones. So if we head up here, we should now be able to go up to the top. Speaking of that, actually, I do need to heal. Oh, I haven't got... Never mind. The Pegasus leader awaits you above. Good luck, young man. I'm glad you came, Whipper. I've been training this tower for as long as I can remember. I wasn't supposed to be gym leader, well, not so fast. Previously it was my father who directed it, but after overcoming an illness he could no longer resist. It happened overnight, so there wasn't much time to decide who would be the leader. Being their son and being trained from a very young age, everyone thought at that moment that I would be the best choice. As of today, I think they made a mistake. I'm not able to keep up with the other leaders. I'm not yet able to achieve Gigantamax. Even with my father's Pokemon, I am incapable. But I'll never give up. I will honour my father's memory as he would have wanted. Pokédex wants to fight here and now. You have faced 4 of 8 of the Johto leaders and defeat them without problems. You are my best option to train. Take me to the limit of my capabilities. Alright. So, re-battle. Yeah, I don't feel like Pelipper's gonna do much here. I'm even gonna set up Lightning. G-Max Luxray. Noctowl. Get deleted. Skarmo. You're probably gonna survive on Sturdy, aren't you? Yeah, this is not hard when you got Luxray. Oh, he's not got Pidgeot. That's probably what's gonna G-Max then. Yeah. That's pretty cool. So Wind Rage looks like it gets rid of whatever's on the field. It's a shame. I've lost, but when I was little my father always said that bird Pokemon did not fly with their wings, but that inalienable desire to fly. I finally understand what he meant. I'll never give up. My path as a leader has only just begun. Pokédex, I can't wait to face each other again. Someday when we have mastered this power, at which point I will consider myself a good leader. And we get the TM for Roost. Pretty good. Thank you. Right then, so that's the Pegasus one done. It's a shame we can't do the Blanca one because it's about the sick Miltank, and there's like an area at the back of the Moo Moo farm where you can encounter a Grimmsnarl that's apparently poisoning the water, and it's when you go to like the Grimmsnarl appears and the game crashes because there's like a script error. So yeah, can't do that one. This one's to do with Slowpoke Well. Obviously we've already seen him there, so that shouldn't be too bad. What I'll do, I'll fast forward to when we get there because obviously we've got to make our way all the way to Azalea City, so I'll be right back. Okay then, we're back in Azalea Town. So obviously we know where Anton's going to be. Also, the 4th mission involving Morty, we can't actually do it yet because we don't have enough gym badges, because you need strength to finish the mission, and I found out the hard way by testing it earlier. So let's talk to Anton. Pokex scary. Are you also coming to think about the Slowpoke well? Surely you don't know the legend they tell about him. It's said that the Slowpoke creatures with a superior intellect, but we only see them as nice and slow Pokemon. Centuries ago the monks sat right here to meditate in the hope of being able to understand everything just like the Slowpoke do. I've always been a little different from the others, so to speak. I bet 5,000 Pokedollars that if tomorrow the Blackthorn City Gym were looking for a new Dragon type leader, thousands of people would try to become the new successor. On the other hand, for the gym here, be thankful if more than 5 people show up. Bug type Pokemon are not as big and strong as Dragon type Pokemon, as agile as those of Flying type, or as hard as the Rock type, but even so they've always been my favourites. They adapt to any environment. You know, I can think of a good game to play with you. I want you to show me how much you know about these very special Pokemon. If you can guess all my questions, I'll give you a special reward. Are you ready? Perfect. Tell me, how much speed does Cypher lose when evolving into Scizor? 40. In which Pokemon does Shelmet evolve when exchanged with a Carablast? A Salgoya. What does it depend on whether a Wurmple evolves into a Silcoon or a Cascoon? Completely random. What does a Combi need to evolve? Be female. How much does a Dwebble weigh? 14.5 kilograms. To date, how many bug type Pokemon gym leaders exist? 4. How many high mantles? I think that's Elite 4. 1. I think that isn't that Aaron or Aaron in the Sinnoh League. This will be the last Papaisa because it's most difficult of all. What's the Pokemon with the best piano sound? Ledian. Correct. I knew you weren't going to disappoint me. Thank you for making me feel a little better. Glad to know that I'm not the only one who pays so much attention to bug type Pokemon. Here, I'd like you to have this. Okay, and that's how you get the TM for U-turn. It's time for me to return to the gym. Thankfully, one day we can continue talking about the fascinating bug type Pokemon. See ya. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the locations of where like Whitney and Morty's sort of missions would be, but obviously we're not going to be able to do them, which is a shame. Obviously the Morty one is because you're just not that far enough in the game, whereas the Whitney one, it's just down to the fact there's a script error and I don't know how to fix it. Like I said, I even transferred the data from the updated version that's apparently fixed all the bugs and it still doesn't work for me, so yeah, it's a shame. But obviously this is only a first beta, like it's not the full game. There'll be another release with more content and then it'll be in that version because it had been fixed already. I think what I'm going to do though next time is when they release a game, I'll probably wait a week minimum before I actually start translating it, because the issue I have, if I start translating and then they have to like fix bugs and download and like update the download, if I then I can't just put, well I can put my file that I translate into their version of the game, but not everything text wise in the game translates automatically from that file. So then when I play test it, I have to go and individually like change the text of some events, which obviously if I've then got already done that and then they release a new version, I've got to go and do it all again, and that would just take way too much long. So yeah, I think going forward I'll give things like a week minimum to just iron out like the bugs and stuff from like from where the Spanish people have played the games. So I'm going to save here because obviously it crashes my game. But yeah, you go in here. It seems there's nothing to do, Miss Blanca, I'm sorry. It can't be. There has to be something that can be done. We've tried all the known antidotes, melloc berries and salty moves, but nothing seems to have any effect on him. His condition has worsened in recent days, although he's fighting. The pain he's resisting is too much. I know it's hard, Miss Blanca, but my recommendation is, don't you dare say it. Just let me think. I'll find a solution as quickly as possible. Hold on a little longer. I promise you'll find the cure. What are you doing here? Come, let's talk outside. Let's walk a little. If you know it, but I grew up here since I was a child. I got up every morning to take care of the milk tanks and herd the wool loose. One day my grandmother took me to the national park to participate in my bug hunting contest. I remember that day I managed to catch more than 20 Pokemon by working here in the field. My physical condition was better than that of the children of the Wheat City, so it was not very difficult for me to achieve it. That day, High Commander Lorelei saw the contest and was impressed to see me. A few days later, I received the recommendation to be the leader, the gym in Trigal City. I didn't think about it at that moment. I decided to move. Although I try to never forget this place, and whenever I have time I return. I know all the Pokemon and all the people who live here. They're all my family. That's why I can't accept that this milk tank. My grandmother had a homemade medicine that was capable of curing everything, but I can't remember it. Orange berry, antidote, moonstone. I'm not able to remember it completely. The old barn, if there must be a note with a complete recipe, I'm sure of it. Would you accompany me to look for her? I'll wait for you in the barn. Yeah, and then that'll be through here. It's this way. At the end is the barn we're looking for. Let's stay close together. Some Pokemon are often hidden around here. Can you actually leave? Oh, you actually can. Oh, I didn't know. I thought once you were in here, that was it. But yeah, in here you can catch Impidimp, Meltank, Murkrow, some cool Pokemon. I'm going to use a Repel though. There's also some pretty cool items in here, to be fair. So got King's Rock. I think this is a mushroom. Yeah, big mushroom. And then want to go this way. Continue to follow it around. We got Thick Club. And also a big root. No, energy root, sorry. It's full of Impidimp. You must use this barn as a shelter. I hope they haven't destroyed the recipe. Here it is. How lucky they haven't touched it. Let's go back immediately with this. We will save that milk tank. Hey, look at the water. Let's take a closer look. I can't remember how... there we go. The water has a strange colour, and the smell's not normal. Is this why the milk tank's so sick? And then obviously, I never bother translating it because it just breaks right here. Right then, we're back. So the last thing to do now is to just show you where the multi-quest is, but obviously it's a bit pointless because you can't actually do it, which is a shame because it actually looks like it's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, he's in the burnt tower. So if you come up here, Pokex, what are you doing here? I come here to think. From time to time, being with the ghost Pokemon's a strange feeling that's difficult to get used to at first. I have something to tell you. You know, there was a time when I thought I was special. As a child, every night my parents told me the story of the burnt tower and how Ho-Oh stopped all the chaos that formed. Once exploring Route 39, I came across... He was magnificent. His wings red like fire and his imposing look. So in a few seconds, by that moment I felt like I was standing watching it for at least 1 hour. While watching I remembered my mother's words, only special people are able to see a legendary Pokemon. That was my motivation to become a gym leader. I wanted to be the strongest, that the Kimono girls will allow me to see him again, but I lost my way. To be the best is too hard. I have never been consistent in anything. It's hard for me to even read books because my mind wanders. I quickly forgot that dream, although I was able to at least be a gym leader. After my fight against your friend Alyssa, she told me that you managed to see a Suicune. It's not exactly a legendary, but it's a special Pokemon, more so for those of us born in the Irish City, who are all our lives we have been told are the first demon legendary dogs was born here. That, in a way, makes you an equal to me. A few years ago, a good friend investigated precisely that Pokemon by all means, but fortunately it disappeared. The last thing we could find of it was one of its boots in the forest. Despite the investigations, we were unable to discover anything. There's a recent discovery in this tower. I no longer have my faithful friend to help me. Perhaps you can be of help. After all, you and I are special. What do you say you come with me? I knew I could lose this to you. Watch this. Sure it was like that. Ah, luckily I remembered. Follow me. I discovered this room a few weeks ago, and the truth is that I'm completely overwhelmed. If you press a little button on that wall, it gives you a little riddle. As far as I can understand, the only way to understand them is to study the unknowns, but I can't find the password. Try it, maybe you'll come up with something. Yeah, more unknown test. Guardian of the Season of Great Power. That's obviously Lugia, but I actually don't have all of the unknowns, so what you need to do here is go back to Alpha Ruins, just keep running around for about 5 minutes, and by then you should have hopefully had them all spawn at some point. And then it'll bring up like a platform over here, you jump across, and then you got a strength puzzle. Morty himself will give you the HM for strength, but you don't have the medal to be able to use it, so it's a little bit pointless for now. But I wonder what happened to Usain, because that's who he's talking about with Suicune. Yeah, I wonder what happened. Like, has he left the region or has something else happened to him? But yeah, so that's literally everything of this current beta. And to be honest, it's definitely a game I'm going to be keeping my eye on for further development, because I think it does Johto well. Like the region itself looks really nice, but I just think with Johto games there's always a high expectation from people because of like Heart Gold and Soul Silver and stuff like that. But I definitely think that this has got a potential to be good enough for people to play it and think, yeah, I enjoyed that game. But yeah, that's everything. So thank you everyone for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.